Telling someone War Eagle is just as common as saying hello. The Sooners will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tigers offense will have the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
The stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll run this play from the pistol. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Tigers have that QB run game rolling like toilet paper headed for Toomer's corner.
And I just think of Cam Newton in that magical season and seeing the toilet paper come out a lot that year on their way to a national championship. But Auburn and that fan base, man, they have some great fans.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Auburn going to work with another first down. Goes to the option. The pitch. At the 45 on his way.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Leaves it with the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Smashes it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
Really nice job of threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
Using the quick game. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up 4th down.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to run it. At the 40, there he goes. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Gonna run it. It's Hunter. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
White wants to throw it. A little release to the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
One of the air.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
The Sooners want to move quickly. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the toughness, and never question that. In Oklahoma, they got to get to that. They got to be that. They got to live that if they really want to build on what they used to be and bring that tradition.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football. And you can tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling cornerback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants...
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the punt team. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Simmons. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
You've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
Auburn people love to recite their creed, and I think somewhere in there, it's you should run the football well.
That's definitely a part of their blueprint. Every championship team, every great Auburn team starts with the big guys up front, paving the way, running the football, establishing that first will make the Auburn fan base proud.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They're trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Got it set up on the outside. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Tigers are on the move. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The aerial assault continues. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lambert Smith. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Feeling some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That's caught. It's Lambert Smith. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Oh, the attempt is no good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
The throw to the outside is complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Arnold. Fires to the big fella. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's third down. They're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. He'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. And it's no good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. They're still sitting on a 10-point game. One more snap coming before halftime. It's a flea flicker. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this second half will be fun to watch.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
That's reeled in. It's Barnes. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. And the returner will be brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We've got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Right on target this time. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field, but if nothing's open, boom. I take it to easily get a first down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Sooner offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Nice move to stay on his feet. He's loose on the right. The 30. At the 20. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown Sooners.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He's loose. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Got it in the middle, it's Cobb. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to it. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. White going to attack through the air. Looking to scramble. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. This is hardly a surprise after converting their first 2 4th down attempts. They'll try it again. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. He's got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll go back to the ground. Got room at the 35. Open runway ahead. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires one high and deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who start through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Arnold. They're bringing heat. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds him out of the backfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear
just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that 1st down. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. From the gun, give on the inside.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that it's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good right down the boulevard. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit in this one.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. They go to the ground. Nifty little dance step. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. The Sooners send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Finds his man. It's Lambert Smith. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Throwing right. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Got the back over the middle. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. It's complete to the left. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Defense backed up, and this crowd trying to will them to get a big stop late. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They're going to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown,
Man, that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Simmons. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the bar so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Trying to run, it's Hunter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Timeout, Auburn. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The line of scrimmage is to 28. That'll make it a 45-yard field goal attempt and a big chance to win the game. Never in doubt. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. That last field goal put them on top. They're feeling good, but they can't relax yet. Have to cover this kickoff well. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return.